Welcome back to Investing with Confidence. I am your host, Joshua David, talking about the do's and the don'ts of these great financial markets. When we talk about the financial markets, that's the stock market, options market, futures, and Forex markets. So it's the whole financial markets as a whole. That way you can make smarter investing decisions. If you happen to miss 2 tickets for that investing class right here in Bloomington, call 952-814-4410 or text the word INVEST to the number 484848. When you do that, you're going to receive a cryptocurrency foundations course. And Al, you wanted to get into another topic about, that great retirement, about, retirement accounts and how long they actually last, what people are looking to do with those. Because, the fact of the matter is I think a lot of our listeners may feel they just don't have quite enough to retire, so they're going to outlive their retirements. And, the key is to have enough in there. So what are some of the things you're helping people do to have the potential to have their retirement accounts last longer than you do?
Well, when you're working, you have a source of cash coming in on a regular basis. That's the income from your job. And that's gone when you retire. So there's a big kind of a hole there in your financial situation because that is gone. And that's what you've relied on for years. Now what you have to rely on is what you have put aside for retirement and what that retirement amount can do for you. And what I mean by that is not just looking at it as a pile of money that you draw from when you need to pay bills or when you want to go on a trip, but why not learn how to use what's in that retirement account as a way of continuing to access extra cash when you might need it instead of just drawing it from those accounts. There's a couple of things that are really important when you go into retirement. Number one is knowing how to increase the value of your retirement accounts while also reducing risk. That's important. And one of the ways you do that is to eliminate fees. How do you do that? Well, maybe the 401k or 403b that you have had while you were working, when you retire, why not look at rolling that into a self-directed IRA where you eliminate fees? And just think about it. When you're retired and you're drawing, a certain percent out of your retirement account, let's say it's 4% a year, remember the financial group that is sponsoring that retirement account also is drawing money out.
They have that hand in the cookie jar.
Right. So there's actually two people or two sources that are drawing money away from what you have in a retirement account. Putting that money into a self-directed IRA eliminates one of the two. Then in that self-directed IRA, whether it's a Roth or a traditional IRA, you have access to things in addition to what the limited things were that you had in your employer-sponsored retirement plan. Typically, those are mutual funds or maybe an ETF or some stock. They all require the market to go up for you to benefit. But in your self-directed IRA, you have access to assets that will have the potential to benefit you if the market goes up, down, or sideways. You have the opportunity to have protection on your assets. So you should never experience a big loss, which could happen in your employer-sponsored retirement plan. And then learn how to generate income off of it. Use that retirement money that you have worked hard for as a way of continuing to have additional cash coming in.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are searching for that thing because people have, a lot of people have retirement accounts, but you need strategies to have the potential to generate income and not touch that life savings, not touch what you've saved, to have the opportunity to have that last longer than you do. Some people want to leave a legacy for their family. Some people want to donate to different charities and stuff like that. So you have to know what you have, how long is it going to last you, but how can you have the potential to generate a rate of return off of what you actually have? So you got to think about this. What do you have? If you're listening right now, think about what that number is. Think about what that number is that you need and how do we close that gap? And I know you talk about a lot of those different strategies, how to better manage your 401k, even if you're still working, how to have the potential to do that during those working years to have that opportunity. You cover that in these investing classes. 401ks, IRAs, how to potentially lower or even eliminate those fees, because that's key, is eliminating that hand in the cookie jar.
Huge drawdown on your retirement accounts.
Yep. So call 952-814-4410 for an investing class right here in Bloomington. I want to invite you to this class. You can also text the word invest to the number 484848. When you do that, you're going to get a text right back with a link to pick your own date. We do these on Wednesdays, Saturdays, so pretty much anybody can attend that works during the day, works on the weekend. It doesn't really matter. Call 952-814-4410 or text the word invest to the number 484848. Now, Al, you've helped a lot of people that come to Online Trading Academy because they are searching for different avenues, different ways to potentially generate income during their retirement years. But you mentioned those other assets to, first off, protect your retirements. We kicked the show off. We had a nice down week starting again, potential downtrend starting. Will it continue? We don't know. But how do you protect your portfolios? But also, what's that asset class to utilize to benefit in a down market with your retirement accounts?
Well, one of the assets that you can use, actually, you can start using it while you're kind of in the accumulation phase. It's a great way of boosting returns on the portfolios you have. It's a great way of participating in assets that have a high value, which might normally keep you out of them. It's a way of getting in with a smaller amount. But the asset you're talking about is options.
Yep.
Options can be used really at any stage during your financial life. But in retirement, why they're so great there is that they can do a couple of things. Number one, they can provide basically an insurance policy on your portfolio, so you have protection on the assets that you have worked 30 or 40 years for. The last thing you want to have happen is go into retirement, or maybe the year before retirement, we go into a bear market, which could be anywhere from a 20 to maybe 60, 70% drawdown in the market. You want to make sure that that doesn't happen to you so you can have protection on your portfolios. And then options can also be used to grow the value of the retirement accounts that you have. I mentioned that earlier. One of the goals you should have is to continue to grow those accounts and also to generate income or cash off of them. Options can be used as that cash generator also. It's a great asset.
That's what the institutions do.
The institutions are doing it all the time. People like Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett doesn't really talk publicly about the fact that he makes billions of dollars trading options, but he does.
That's billions with a B.
Billions with a B.
And that's not buying and holding stocks, what he's telling everybody to do. It's options. It's a different technique that he's using.
Correct. And most of the pros out there will tell you that when they have profits from a bull market, they don't let those profits be taken away from them. One of the ways they do that is to use options, but then they also benefit in a bear market, in a down market. Options can be used in markets that are moving up. Options can be used in markets that are moving down, sideways. There are also individual option strategies that are multi-directional. In other words, it doesn't make any difference whether the underlying asset goes up, down, or sideways. You still have the potential to benefit.
Yeah, well, think about this. There's a strategy that the institutions are using to benefit no matter which way the price goes if it moves big. So if we see like
Correct.
big, there's big things happening in the world right now. The debt ceiling they're talking about. I mean, there's a lot of things they're voting on, and there's option strategies that they're using where they don't care which way it goes. They know it's going to go big. It's going to go big somewhere, and there's an option strategy to have that potential too.
Right. And there are options where if you're looking at an individual asset, again, it doesn't make any difference whether it goes up or down. You have the benefit or the potential to benefit regardless of which direction it goes. This is a huge opportunity for people, in addition to being able to participate in some of the equities that are so high priced.
Yep.
Amazon, for example, over $3,000 a share, per share. How many people can put together a 100 share position in something like that? You can do it with options for a significant, a less amount, a fraction of that amount, and still participate in the movement of a stock like that.
Yeah, basically options allow you to buy a stock at a discount. And I think that's one of the great things that a lot of our listeners really are looking for, because everybody likes stocks. Everybody wants to trade stocks. We're told to do that, TV, media, all that stuff, right? Well, if you have the opportunity to do that at a discount, that's what options allow investors to use. Because think about it this way too. You kind of hit the nail on the head earlier about people are just they just don't have enough. So they need to have income potential to boost or have the potential to boost those returns. So it's protecting about your accounts, having the opportunity to have the potential to grow that, And then hopefully that will last longer than you, especially if you
Right.
want to leave some to family, kids, especially grandkids, or even different charities and stuff like that. We see people that have those different goals and objectives. So I want to, I want to challenge people. I want to challenge people to make a change in their life. Make a change and not be stuck to doing what you're supposed to do, what you're told
Hmm.
to do. No one wants to be told to do things. How about challenging you to do what you want? So call 952-814-4410 for 2 tickets for an investing class to be able to manage your own accounts. Have the opportunity to direct them yourself. Eliminate fees. You have the opportunity to do this. You just haven't been taught yet. Al teaches these in these investing classes with 401ks and IRAs. 952-814-4410 or text the word invest to the number 484848. Al, bring us home.
Well, let's talk about who we see as students at OTA and why they decided to become students.
I think it's a good topic. A lot of people that have different backgrounds come to these investing classes to see what those tools and techniques are to make smarter investing decisions. Let's do that coming up next. 952-814-4410 or text the word invest to the number 484848. We'll be right back.